204.
Okay.
And there you go. And I'm going to go upstairs. And
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone. I'll just introduce myself briefly. I'm Nikki Estrada. I'm a yoga teacher, and I've been teaching for, I don't know, 25, 26 years, something like that. And I've been leading yoga retreats almost that whole time. I took a little bit of a break in the middle when I had kids, when my kids were young, because these big kind of international trips were just too hard. So I only led local weekend retreats. And then about 2018, I started back up doing international retreats, and I started with France. And then I did a retreat in Italy, and I loved it. And then the pandemic hit literally a few months after. And then I just started back up again a couple of years ago, or maybe two years ago. Once we were able to travel, I did a retreat in France. And then, hi, I'm Nikki. Nice to meet you. And so I just did a retreat in Italy. So I still teach tons of yoga online and in person and workshops and trainings, but I'm doing a couple of retreats a year, and I'm now beginning to run them for other yoga teachers like Jessie at Blue Door here. Oh. So anyway, that's what I'm here to do, is assist her and help her with this retreat and handle and manage all of the details. So, I mean, there's tons I could tell you about it, but maybe what I should do is just start off with questions you guys might have. What are you curious about in terms of the retreat?
I have one big question.
Yes.
So I looked on the pricing and stuff.
Yes.
The double room for couples or friends.
Yes.
So it was 40-something hundred depending each.
Yes.
So if it's two, not a couple, do some of the rooms have 2 beds?
Yes, all of the rooms are en suite, so a really decent sized room with a bathroom in it. And then the beds are either together for a king. So if one person takes that as a single, they have a king. Or if it's a couple that go double, they have a king, or they're separated to 2 twins for friends or sisters or people that, you know, aren't going to share a bed.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't love your apartment.
Yeah.
I love my friend and I share a bed with them, but not, you know, for nights. It's hard. I
Yeah.
have a hard time sleeping already.
Yes.
And I have to sleep in the same bed with somebody beside. Even if it's hard.
Totally. I'm with you. Yes. Yeah. So they can all be separated. Yeah. I mean, I'll just tell you that in 20-something years of leading retreats, this is hands down the absolute best place I've ever been. I mean, just top notch. They're so professional. It's gorgeous. It's luxury. It's just, you will not be disappointed. It's 2 villas. It's a family that are, you know, they're clearly English. They have English accents, but there's Italian heritage there. And they have this 8 acres of land with unobstructed views of the Adriatic Sea up on this hill. And they've just turned the property into this incredible retreat experience. There's 2 villas that are specifically for the retreat. And then there's a house that the housekeeper and groundskeeper live in, and then another villa that the family has when they come to stay. So they don't even stay in the 2 that we'll be in.
Like one big, is it one big house with a bunch of rooms, or is it?
It's both. So there's the one villa, the villa that you booked into has 6 ensuite rooms in it, and it's with the bathroom in each room. It's totally separate. You know, I've been on retreats which is quaint and beautiful, where they take an old farmhouse and convert it. This was like very properly built with really good sized rooms and everything planned out. So all the rooms are large and about the same size in that villa. There's 4 that directly face the Adriatic Sea. So they're roomy. A couple of them have a balcony looking out. You open your windows and unobstructed views. And then there's 2 rooms in that house that face the other way, the garden, equally as beautiful. They just don't look out at the sea. And then that villa has a huge kitchen, and that's where all the food is going to happen. So all the dining will be in that large villa. It also has an indoor spa with a dry sauna, a steam room, and a jacuzzi. It has a gym in it. It has a living room, a formal dining room, indoor outdoor seating, a TV room, an outdoor deck, infinity pool that's heated, and an outdoor fire pit in that property. And then you take a little trail, little cobblestone trail. You'll see a second pool, even bigger. And then off to the yoga room, and she's going to put up some photos. The yoga room is a totally separate structure, gorgeous, all props, everything you could want. Outdoor deck, views of the Adriatic Sea. And then right next to that one is the second villa, which is a little bit smaller. It's a 3-room villa. It also has a kitchen and living room and washer and dryer. You can do your laundry there. So for people that are traveling, you know, you might need to do laundry if you're there a week and on to somewhere else. So the second villa, we won't be eating there, but there's a full kitchen and dining room and 2 living rooms in that villa. And that has 3 rooms. And then there's a separate cottage, which is larger than some of the rooms, but it doesn't have the views that the 2 villas do. You know, you're not up in a big house, you're in this little cottage. And so it just has a little outdoor sitting area.
Which is gorgeous.
Which is still beautiful. Everything's, yeah, I mean, everything's beautiful and luxury. It has a little kitchenette in it. But personally, I would want to be in one of the villas more than that. Although some people like the privacy and maybe don't want to be in a house with other people. So that's a really nice option for privacy. So it's just incredible. It's just, it has everything you can want for a perfect yoga retreat. You're a 10-minute walk. You can see it from the front door to this beautiful little village, Civitanova Alta, on the hill there. And, you know, it looks castle-like. It has, you know, a wall around it and just stunning. You can walk to the town and have a coffee or a gelato or something. 0 American accents the entire time I was there. So they market it as Untouched Italy, and it really is. It's not the touristy place, at least for Americans. Italians and some other Europeans clearly vacation there, but it's just amazing. And then it's about a 10-minute drive down to the water. And then there are other just gorgeous towns you can visit. I mean, just beautiful Italian beaches with the umbrellas and wine tasting. And
Nikki got back from can you hear me over there, Michelle? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, because I'm super loud. So your mic picks me up. Oh, I can be across the room and it can still pick me up. That's how loud I am. But so Nikki got back from her retreat that she did with her students, and she texted me like immediately, and she goes, "Oh my God, we've got to get Blue Door here." And I'm like, okay, we're doing it, because I had 3 students ask me when we were doing an international retreat. I was like, people, give me a break. I'm just catching my footing here. And then you text me, I'm like, the universe is telling me we're doing an international retreat.
I mean, of all places, it's just, it's phenomenal. It's amazing. So it's about 3 hours from Rome, and part of the retreat is a transfer. So you don't have to fly in through Rome, but if you want to, you can. I think that's the easiest. And we'll have a private bus pick up at the airport the day of the retreat and drive you there. There'll be a stop, a bathroom, snack break stop, and then directly to the villas. And then same thing on the way home.
It's probably a beautiful drive too, is it?
You know, I didn't do it this time. I had my assistant. I mean, I've done a similar drive and it is beautiful. I went a little
adventure.
just to see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't actually take that exact drive. I have been in a similar path, but yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. You're in the Italian countryside, wineries, you know, past a castle on the way, and it's incredible. If you don't want to do that, if you're not flying in through Rome and you're coming from somewhere else, it's very easy to take a train. You just take a train to Civitanova Marche, the town that's about 10 minutes away. And we can have a taxi, arrange a taxi to bring you to the villa. So with my group, about 50% of the people came through Rome. They went early, had some time, had some fun in Rome, and then, caught the bus and went to the retreat, and went that route. And other people were coming from Florence or Bologna, and so they took the train. Even someone came from Milan. So, you can really get there from anywhere in Italy easily.
Yeah. So I know that I have students who have questions about flights and things like that.
Yeah.
So I want to definitely make sure we go over that.
Yes.
I think this would be a good time. I'm gonna just do the little slideshow that you put together.
Yeah.
And that'll be then on the recording as well. This is gonna be uploaded into our YouTube channel. I love how you're like totally like doing your treadmill while you're listening to Italy. You are so good, Michelle. So let me get that.
I did have
Yeah.
a quick dumb question, but
Yes.
we don't have to bring our yoga props. You'll have yoga
No,
props
no,
there.
you don't. It has everything. The best quality, thick Manduka mats, blocks, straps, blankets, pillows, zafu,
Awesome. Yeah.
everything.
It just that the bolster just takes up so much space in the luggage, So I just want to make
You
sure.
don't want to travel with that. No,
Right.
it's all there.
Great. Thank you.
Let me just talk a little bit about flights. That's what you said, people.
Yeah, let me do the video first.
Okay.
And then let's do. the-
Okay, got it.
So I'm gonna do a screen share. Bear with me, you guys. Technology. Technology is happening.
I was also wondering how you guys are going to work out the rooms if a man signed up, but we can discuss that later.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
hopefully there'll be two men.
yes, it's either, he books the room to himself or he shares with another man.
Okay, well,
So if you're booking for yourself and you're going by yourself, but you're booking a double, then we would pair you with another woman that did the same thing.
And Michelle's already got some. She's already.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but I was just curious because before I booked, I was wondering.
It's
mean,
co-ed.
Yeah,
It's co-ed.
I mean, there's one or two I might volunteer to. Okay, never mind.
Well, you have to talk to Jesse about that.
Yeah, hold on, we do this and then we do follow.
Is that your ideal?
Here's the little.
Oh, my sister, there's only a couple people that I.
Wanted room with.
Like once.
Yeah.
But I've had bad experiences.
Yeah.
So Nikki, maybe, so.
Yes, so, okay, this is the main villa. It's called Villa Olivo. That's the kitchen where our chefs will be cooking in. I don't know if you can see the blue all the way out the back, but that's the ocean out there. This is one of the rooms that faces that water in the upstairs. That's the pool just outside of Villa Olivo, the bigger villa. This is people doing yoga by that same pool, and you can see the Adriatic, same pool, Adriatic on the other side. And below that, this is a outdoor seating area, same villa. That's our yoga room. And out of those doors is the sea. That's the deck outside the yoga room. And those stairs going up, that goes to that villa. That's the second villa. And that's the one that has 3 rooms. This is the room with the deck off of it, the patio. I can't think of the word. This is another room in the same house, the kitchen in that second villa, the 3-room villa. And that's again, the outdoor area of that second villa. And that's the second pool. This one is not heated, it's much bigger. I took that photo, that's the yoga room that I had set up. And that's the first villa, the larger one from the front. So those that are facing out those are the garden view rooms.
Now. We can go back to, I wanted to make sure that we got that in there. So that
Yes,
when
so
it's
people
on
could
the-
see.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm glad that you did the voiceover.
Yeah,
With that, so they know what's going on there. Okay, so someone had a question. Alyssa, was it you had a question for me?
Oh, well, I just noticed that all the single rooms were already booked.
Yes, they
There's no
are.
more there's no more options for single rooms.
No.
Hmm.
So single rooms got booked immediately.
Hmm.
Joe and Michelle, good job. You're the ones who booked them immediately. Now it's double rooms.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything at this point is, and then double room just went, yes, last night. And it's a couple that's coming. And then, so if you are not coming with your spouse, partner, whatever, like Nikki said, we will pair you up like I did in Rutna Lane.
Yeah.
I'll pair you up with someone if you don't, you had said your sister was gonna come.
She can't.
Oh,
They're gonna plan a family trip to Europe
well,
next year.
come to the retreat
I know.
and then do the family trip.
I know.
Give my number to her and let's have a conversation. So yeah, so we will definitely,
Financing.
Yeah. so we will hook you up with someone who's gonna be super compatible with you, because I know you inside out and stuff, so yeah.
yeah, we'll have Jesse do that.
My main concern was that, because I was looking at the rooms online and it looked like there were only a couple that had beds that separated.
They all do.
They all
Mhm.
separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
But you're still like bed here, bed here. It's not like at Retina, there was like a bed here.
Right, and a separate room, yeah, no, it's not
It's
like
one
that.
room.
Yeah, it's just one room, it's,
Guys in here.
Yeah,
Two
Yeah.
twins.
yeah,
Two twins.
yeah, so it's not Rutna Lane where you had like 2 bedrooms and a joined
living area.
Living area and.
That's rare.
Yeah.
That's very rare. It's a true double,
Yeah,
meaning 2 in one room.
right. So, yeah.
Is there air conditioning?
There is, yeah, there is air conditioning and we might need it at that time of year. We really might, and we'll be using the pools, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's also 2 gyms on the property.
Want to work out if we're doing yoga?
Probably not. It's probably not, but I mean, they're huge and gorgeous. I mean, if anybody ever wanted to do a
I might. do-
workout retreat, you
I
could.
might do some mobility work for one of our classes. Who knows? I might take us into the gym and have us do some mobility work.
I mean, there's a gorgeous, huge one down by the bigger pool.
Yeah.
So
I might make us use it. So just be
it could
aware.
happen. It could
Yeah.
happen.
My 300 hour might come in. Did you talk to him about what comes out of the tax?
Oh, yes, all of the major sinks in the kitchens, even out by the pools.
Wine?
Now that would really be over the top. No,
True.
that's a good one. Fizzy, sparkly water, so you can get,
Oh, really?
yeah, fresh sparkly water or cold filtered water out of all of the major sinks in the kitchens and at the pool.
Yeah.
But what they do have in terms of wine is an honor bar. So they have, a whole cellar stocked with local wines. And you can just take one, there's a price sheet and it's yours. And you put your name, little tag on it. And that we have a specific refrigerator in this huge kitchen for the guests. So anything you bring can go in that and you can drink on your wine, and then you pay for it at the end. You can also just go to the local store and buy anything you want and stock it in that fridge. Sometimes people want to make, an Aperol spritz
Do
or
we
something.
need to exchange to euros?
They're so streamlined, you don't have to for Villa Olivo. You
Oh.
can literally put everything on your tab. You'll do a check-in in the beginning. They'll send you an email about 2 weeks before. If you book a massage, that's extra. You'll pay for that at the end. If you got a couple bottles of wine, that will go at the end. If there was anything extra you bought through the villa, you just pay that on your credit card at the end. But yeah, the currency, the local currency is euro, so you want to have some,
If you're, yeah.
Yeah. yeah. But for them, which is really nice, you don't have to have cash for the masseuse, you know, you can just all at the end, streamlined, yeah.
And then we do have 2 excursions that we have planned.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, we're gonna flesh out the details, but one of them, and these are optional and they cost extra if you want to partake, but
Super affordable.
affordable. We're gonna make sure we don't do the ones that are, you know,
Yeah.
$500 each, but a wine tasting where we go to a couple of local wineries and visit Loretto, most likely. We'll make sure this is where we want to go.
Is that?
It's the mother of Mary. There's a little town, I think it's maybe 15 minutes away, that has a reputation of being a sacred space specific to the Mother of Mary. So there's a church there that people
Mother
that want to
Mary.
go to.
Mother of Jesus, Mother Mary, or the Mother of Mary?
I don't know. I'm
Who's
not.
Mary's mother.
I don't know all the religious history, but you go and get blessed by the saint
So
Mary, your
one
Mother
of
Mary.
my main things with Blue Door is, yes, this is gonna be a luxe retreat and it's a vacation and it's fun. And I want everyone to laugh and have fun like we did at Ratna Ling. But I think it's so important, since we are a yoga space, to have a little bit of that sacred come in some way. Yes, we'll have it in our meditations in the morning and our yoga practices in the morning as well. But I feel like let's find something in that region that has a sacred kind of feel to it and is known for that. And let's honor that so that we're not just Americans coming and saying we're doing yoga, but we're really just whooping it up. We can whoop it up for the rest of it, but you know, for that short, like
That
1 hour.
cultural experience, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's important to me as Blue Doors owner to have a little bit of that sacred in any retreat that we do. Ratna Ling was steeped in it.
Yeah.
It's
A
just-
Buddhist
yes,
location, yeah.
it's just steeped in it anyway, so I didn't have to pull that in because we were in it.
Yeah.
So here I want to make sure we find it, and any retreat that I do from here on out, I'll make sure that I search out something sacred for us to see and honor and cling to.
Beautiful.
So that's one excursion.
Loretta.
Yeah, Loretta. Maybe it's Loretto. I have to look. I didn't get there on that excursion. A small portion of my group did, but in describing it to Jessie, she was like, yep, that's what we want.
Yeah,
So a little sacred time in this village where you can go and get blessed, and people come from all over apparently to visit it. And then some wine tasting on that same trip.
because you know,
afterwards.
Blue Door, punch people and be a kind person. I mean, you know, those are our 2 tank tops right now. Yoga, because we don't want to punch people.
Right.
And be a kind person. So sacred and drink some wine.
So that's one. The other one is a day trip to one of the local beaches. There's a beautiful little village called Numana. I stayed there for about 3 days before I led my retreat, so I could acclimate and adjust to the travel, the time change. And it's just gorgeous. Numana and Cirilo. I mean, they're just these little villages up on the cliffs, and they have their sparkling beaches down below with all the, you know, umbrellas. So we'll do a day where we can just go and lounge by the beach. The water is incredible, especially that time of year. You will want to get in the water and just float. I mean, it's cool and refreshing, but not like, you know, our beaches here cold. Like you can actually be in there and swim for a while. Yeah. So that'll be another excursion. And then
you said there's like a restaurant you can go to.
yes, little
shopping.
shops you can visit, and just a gorgeous, tiny little Italian town where you're going to hear a lot of people speaking Italian and no Americans. At least I didn't hear a single American accent the whole time I was there. And when we walked to Civitanova Alta, the town that's, you know, 10 minutes out the door from the villas, no Americans at all. All locals. Yes, it was never an issue. You could always communicate. I never had a problem wherever I was in that whole area. Yeah. And I drove too. I rented a car and drove through that whole area and had no,
You're badass.
I by myself
Yeah,
too.
on
The
the
first
north side of
portion.
the-
It's, they're on the same side,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
God, yes. No, I would not have done that.
I did that
No.
on time on motorbike.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not that brave.
And then we're gonna be doing the hat maker.
There's
So-
a lady that will come, the region is known for leather, like some of the very high-end, Italian shoe and handbag designers are produced in that region, and historically hat making. There's also like lavender fields and essential oil production in that area. A lot of farming was done and wine making. And also truffle hunting. So they would need the hats to protect themselves. So there's a history of hats there, and this local gal created this company. It's been written up in Vogue and a lot of major publications. She does these very high quality, gorgeous, locally made hats. So she'll come to the villa, bring all the different styles that she does, help you decide which cut and style is best for you. And then if you want to buy one, she'll custom make it and bring it back, have your name put on the ribbon with
Are the
it. And,
prices incredibly high like ours are now?
everything has gotten more expensive, but as far as the hat lady, I mean, on her website, they're 200 to 300 euros, and they were under 200 euros was what she was selling them directly to us for. So that did seem to be a discount, but everything's gotten more expensive for sure.
Inflation is a thing, you guys.
Although in this area, like, I mean, in cafes, a cappuccino is €1.50, or €2. A gelato is $2.50.
Almost $8 for just a regular cup of coffee and a cup of green tea at a cafe, not even like a espresso or anything. It was just a brewed cup of coffee and
It's not like that there. That and the croissants and the pastries are like $1, €2,
Yeah.
which that stuff is less. Hotels and things are going more. Yes, all the meals. So from your pickup to the retreat center, your stay, all the yoga, 3 meals per day. Your transfer back, all of that's included. Yeah. So, if you want to buy some wine, if you want to have a massage, if you want to go on the excursions, that's a bit extra. But
But
yeah.
still, like we said, super affordable and not doing anything that's gonna be like $500 for your trip out. It's gonna be, $150 or less is what we're gonna try to keep it to.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Okay. Is Nikki going on this trip?
I am. I'm going to be her assistant. So I will be there managing all of the logistics.
I could not do this without Nikki. I've not done an international retreat.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't even know what balls I would be missing.
I'll be there
Yeah.
to pick you guys up at the airport with the driver, managing all of that. I will be on site every single day. If it sells out, I'll have to stay off site, which is fine. But I'll be there every single day communicating between myself and Francesca, who's there. She's like the concierge of the villa. So if somebody decides to cancel their massage or they want to add a massage, or on my trip, I had people my group just really gelled immediately. And then midway through, 4 ladies were like, we want to go to Loreto for the day. So I, helped them organize with Francesca a taxi to come pick them up and take them on this excursion. So if that kind of thing happens, I'm there to do all that so she can teach and I can make sure, you have what you need.
What were you gonna tell us about the flights and stuff?
Oh, yes. So,
Thank you for that.
okay. So United, I know for sure, does direct flights to Rome starting usually in May. They don't run them year round, but we're going high season. So if you care to get a direct flight, United does book from SFO, does fly direct. Otherwise, there's a lot of other combos that you can do, going to New York first and then Rome, or going to another European city like London and then Rome. There's lots of ways to do that. Okay, I didn't know that. Direct to Milan. Milan's a little longer to get to, but You can take a train. So if you go to Milan and don't catch our transfer, you need to pay for your own
Right.
transport, but you can easily, I had people, I did it too. My family did it. Milan down to Civitanova Marche. It's about a 4-hour train ride. And then we have a taxi come and get you. It's 30 euros for the taxi. So lots of ways to get there. That's very easy. What I would suggest is to use Google Flights. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Google Flights, but it's the best way to really track and watch fares.
Oh, okay.
Usually the airlines don't book out until about 9 or 10 months before.
Yeah, I looked at.
You can't do it yet. Not yet.
You could give me the option.
So we're in July, so probably September, October, you could start looking. And I would just keep on it real consistently. You can literally on Google Flights, you can hit track. Like you can say, okay, I've decided I'm going to spend 3 days in Rome before, and then I'm going to go to the retreat, and then I'm going to come back and spend another day or two and then out. So you know your dates, and you can plug it in, you can find the route you like, and then hit track on Google Flights, and you'll get email notifications when that flight goes up or down. And you'll just start to get a feel for what the cost is. And when you know it's like, wow, I haven't seen it get this low, jump on it.
And what is the average cost? Do you have any idea?
Well, I'll tell you, I paid
Depends, but just for like a standard.
booked way in advance to Milan for an end of May flight and coming back in June. So it's not as high season as we're going, but it's close. I paid 800, and I know that was a good.
I was thinking it's like a couple $1,000.
No, you can get a good deal.
Oh,
If you wait, those same flights were going for $2,000 by the time I left. You know, a month before I left, you're going to pay 2,000. So if you watch it, I mean, and that was with a checked bag and seat selection and everything. That was Air France Delta. So if you watch it, you can get a great deal, but you do have to be a little bit on
I
it.
would probably just on the day.
Yeah. So what I would tell you about that is the bus transfer is going to be at 12:30-ish or 1 p.m. If you're that person that wants to land at 9 in the morning and jump on a bus, you can do that. I would recommend to people to get there a day before, just like, what if your flight's delayed? It's stressful.
Right.
I would fly in the day before and spend the night at the hotel near the airport, and then catch the bus.
Bus picks us up at the airport.
At the airport, yeah, there's zoning issues. So even if you go to Rome early and spend 3 days in Rome, you've got to come back and catch our bus, our private transport at the airport, at the international terminal. And we'll give you all the details on how to find that. But yeah, I mean, some people do that where they'll land a couple hours before and cut it that close. I don't like to do that. I find it stressful. And I want to have a couple days to acclimate. Then you got to figure out how you're going to get all the way there, or train or something. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like the major info on flights.
Yeah. And I know people had questions, so I'm glad that we covered that. Is there any other questions that you guys have? And Michelle, you too, unmute yourself as needed and ask questions.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna ask that question because all the flights seem to be landing at 9. So I think Nikki answered that question. And yeah, I could get there at 9 and hang out for 3 hours, or I could not stress myself out and come the night before, try and find a hotel by the airport.
You can, however you like to do it. I'm just that kind of nervous traveler that, like, what if my flight's delayed and I miss the bus, you know, and I don't like that stress, but some people totally do it, you know, get there in the morning, relax a few hours in the airport, and then catch the bus if that's how you want to go. I should have looked this up. I failed to do this. I know there's a hotel, like a normal kind of mediocre hotel, basic hotel in the airport. I don't know the name of it, but that is an option. I stayed once at I think it was a Marriott, but it was a little bit of a drive from the air, like a 10-minute drive from the airport. Yeah, you can do that. It's also very easy, and I can email exchange with you guys regarding this. It's very easy to take the train from the airport into downtown Rome. So if you come early and you're going to spend a few days, you know, bouncing around Rome, I can give you some fun recommendations, and just take the train. You don't have to take a taxi, you can, but it's very easy to get around. You know, if you want to, I like to go the local way, you know, even though it's sometimes easier to, not always, sometimes it's easier to take a taxi. I like to get on the trains and do the normal commuting around.
So is there any way, Nikki, we can get like this information about the hotel in the airport and the train and what the station is? Maybe we could get that on the We Travel page, or
Sure.
that way people have that. And we have the information that the bus will leave probably 12:31.
You already get an email regarding that as soon as you sign up.
Oh.
The automatic email tells you just a general time.
Perfect,
But yeah, we can add all of that.
perfect.
But people will still email me with questions, which is totally fine. Google Flights. Yeah, and you'll see with Google Flights that you can actually look at a calendar. The calendar pops up, so you can see, oh, if I leave on a Tuesday, it's $100 less than if I leave on a Friday.
Right.
You can see the fares.
Yeah, I think that, once you
And
click
yeah,
on it.
those sites work great too. Yeah.
Michelle,
I
you have a question?
use my frequent flyer miles, but I didn't know there was a direct flight on United, so that might be more appealing. We'll have to see.
It's really nice. I have to say, it's really nice to do direct if you can. It does shave off hours and the whole airport transfer. And
I
Yeah.
like doing direct only because then I know my luggage isn't gonna be. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what if they lose your
I
luggage?
get stressed out trying to like switch planes.
Yes,
or
yes.
Even trying to take the train to the hotel and then take it back to the airport to catch the bus. Like, I'd rather just get there, get on the bus and get. You know,
I
to where
hear
need to
you.
go.
Yes. Well, I'm here to, you know, hold your hand. You're welcome to email me, you know, if you need help with any of that stuff. I'm pretty comfortable and adept at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I've got Nikki in my back pocket or my front pocket, because she's basically doing it
Or
all.
your jeans.
in
I'm
my-
your jeans.
Because I could not have done this. I'm learning the ropes from Nikki. So thank you, Nikki.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to leave with my teacher.
I get to help you and assist you in Italy.
Yeah.
Not
And
bad.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a new travel requirement for 2024.
Yeah.
Some new, I forget what it's called, EIC something, to go to Italy. I'll have to look it up. I don't know if you can find it.
Anyway, to go to international.
Yeah, it's,
Where?
I believe that's, yeah, I have to look into that. That's the California driver's license that needs to shift, but I don't know that that's.
No.
That's domestic flight.
Right.
We
Yeah.
don't need a passport, so.
You need to make sure your passport is up to date.
Yeah, mine expires in June.
Do it
Next year, so I got.
now.
You got to do it now.
Do it now.
We almost had a massive disaster on this last trip
Wait, how
with
long
that.
does it take?
Well,
I mean, I am gonna do it.
They're
now,
backed
but it
up.
won't take that long.
no, but do it now. You can do it by mail,
Yeah.
but do it now because
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
Oh,
Yeah, I even had to apply for my real ID, and I had to get my passport out, and that's how I realized.
Yeah.
Helena's passport did not come in time for our Vancouver trip. That's why she wasn't able to go. It only came last week,
so how many months was that?
April. April to July.
Yeah.
We paid extra.
It still doesn't.
It did not come.
Are you up to date since you just went? Yeah. Yeah.
No, mine
Yeah, so
expires
get-
next year. I have to renew it. Yeah.
Renew it now.
Do it now.
So it's some European visa, EI. Oops, I just lost.
I'll
the
look into
page-
it, Michelle. I haven't
page
heard
again.
that.
Anyway, you'll have to Google it, but it is just a new requirement. Yeah,
Okay,
2024 it starts.
okay. That's
Oh,
news
Not a
to
big
me.
deal, though.
Yeah.
You have to pay a fee.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. We will check it out.
Yep. We'll be on it and let you know.
Okay. Okey dokey. Any other questions?
We don't have to attend every yoga session, right?
You do not have to attend every yoga session, so the way that I'm gonna do it, so. I'm glad I have Nikki here, because what I was thinking of doing was little meditation in the morning, so like 7:50. I'm not a morning person, but I'm willing to do this for you guys and only for you guys. 7:15 to like, I don't know, 7:35-ish, 7:40-ish, a short little meditation in the morning to really ground and start your day properly. And then lunch, not lunch, breakfast. And Nikki says their breakfast is like, a continental, it's like a lighter fare breakfast. So it's not like your American breakfast where you like stuff yourself. Because then we'll do a yoga session after breakfast for an hour. And then we will have lunch, there will be a little bit of free time in there. And then we'll have lunch. And then if we're doing excursions, the excursions will happen, or the person who's gonna come onto the estate will come and do their thing. Some days you'll just have free time to explore, maybe walk to the local village, my whole thing, if you guys read my blog post last week, was about finding a little more spaciousness. So I don't want to have every single day booked with something. I want you guys to feel space. And then I said, I'll play it by ear. If we are in and we haven't done an excursion and people haven't had too much wine and they're not having too much fun laughing and talking after dinner and stuff, maybe I'll throw in a restorative and a yoga nidra. So I haven't put those on the schedule, but you guys know like how chillax I am about stuff. So I will just I'll be like, hey, you guys, do you want to do a restorative yoga nidra class? Do you want to just sit here and chat more? I mean, we talked nonstop at Redmond Lake. We laughed so hard for the whole
Well,
weekend.
one night we did, we all met up in one girl's suite and we did facials,
Yeah,
face masks.
yeah. So,
That's fun.
yeah, so I was thinking, I could probably bring some eminent stuff. We could do a really one chill night where we just do some masks or something from Eminence. So I don't know, I'm definitely gonna bring therapy balls with me so that we can do some therapy ball classes and throw that in there. So,
It's really a week to just enjoy and drop in, and the property is so phenomenal and the region is so phenomenal. It's just a time to to travel in a way that feels good, to take care of your body, to have downtime, to rest, to have fun, to explore, to do your practice.
yeah, so I just really want it to be a spacious time that you get to just exhale. That's really what I'm looking. That's what I want for myself. So you guys are on the journey with me. Because it's all about me. No, it's all about you. So yeah, so that's really what I want to get out of this trip, is a chance for us to just reset.
I'm gonna need a reset after the big wedding this year.
Yeah, you need that. Yeah. Your daughter's
But I
getting married.
need to reset my finances too, so.
You have a year.
Yeah, I know,
So
and
you're
I'll
done.
have enough, Capital One points probably for my travel,
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah, so-
amazing.
especially after all the stuff I'm using.
Right.
Yes, for the wedding.
So, yeah,
It's gonna pay for
you
the trip.
have air miles on your credit card, use that.
Yeah, I've
Right?
used that many times. Yeah.
So, yeah. So if there's no more questions, I think we'll let Nikki go back home. She has to fight traffic to get back to the
Wasn't too
bottom.
bad.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
I
fine
just
going
wanted to
home.
I have to
say,
go
you know,
out already.
I'm sorry you have such a stressful job. I really feel for you, having to go and do all these retreats and
I know.
You talk about me.
dance in Italy.
I
Yeah.
know. You know what?
That's why I do it.
I know. It's Nikki Nikki has created the same lifestyle I've created, but hers is even better than mine. You know, like when I have to get like craniosacral work and a facial.
Ah,
and
it's so
oh my
rough.
God, my life is
It's so rough.
guys. She gets to go to like Europe all the time.
Well, I paid my dues because for many years I did not. With young kids, it was too much and I couldn't. And yeah,
Yeah.
now I can.
Yeah, you've done a great job.
Yeah. But I will be working my booty off to make sure you guys are set and good and she's supported and yeah.
I'm excited. I want everyone to join us.
So there's only 10 rooms, 3 are taken. So there's 7 rooms left.
Wow. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
14 spots, because they're all done.
And I should say this, the early bird is good through November 30th.
Right.
So take advantage and it goes up 300, take advantage. This is a trip you want to just figure out in advance anyway and commit to, and we can always do a payment plan. So if you want to spread it out to get the early rate, you need to be paid in full by the end of November 30th. So if you know you want to do it and you want to have a little discipline to spread it out, I can set up a payment plan, or you just pay the remainder by November 30th.
Put on my credit card, and miles for my travel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
You're gaining the system. Good job. So yeah, so definitely, if you know you want to come, get your deposit in and choose the room that you want.
Yes. Did I talk about the difference of the rooms?
No, I don't think
The
you did.
difference in price or the difference?
Different setup in the rooms.
No, you didn't.
Okay, let me do that really quick in case that changes your mind. So the main villa or the larger villa, Villa Olivo, has the 6 rooms. 4 are the ones facing the sea, right? And 2 are facing the garden. So you're in the main house. It's, I don't know, maybe a little more desirable, that house. It just
Which one has
depends.
the patio off the,
Well, there's multiple patios off of that one.
okay.
And then on the other one as
Do the
well.
ocean view- the ones with the ocean views have the patio?
3 of them do, yes. So I kind of think those are a little more desirable. And so what those are called are Sea View and Garden View 1. Both Garden View 1s are taken. Okay, so all that's left are doubles Sea View in the bigger one. The second villa has 3 rooms. 2 garden, they're a little smaller than the other garden ones. Still luxury, still beautiful. So those are called Garden View 2. And then there's 1 bigger room that there was the photo of that like large patio. That's called partial sea view because the room doesn't face the sea, but when you go out onto that patio, you can see the sea. So that's the partial sea view. So that's 3 rooms in villa number 2. And then there's the cottage, which doesn't have views. I did say this, I think.
Yes.
It's bigger, but it's private. It just depends. Like for me, I would want to be in one of the villas, but I've had students say, oh no, I'd much prefer like the quiet cottage, even though it doesn't have a view. That's more my speed. So just know the difference when you're booking those, right? So Garden View 1, those are taken. Sea View is available in the main house. Partial Sea View is available in the second house, and Garden View 2s are available in the second house and the cottage. Yeah.
So are all the single rooms in the bigger villa?
Yes.
Villa? Okay.
Yes. Did you do a garden or did you do Sea View?
I did a garden because it was just 1 room left, so
Yes.
I thought I better
Yes.
grab it.
So you're in the larger one. The bigger one's called Villa Olivo. So you guys are both in Villa Olivo. And then the smaller villa is called Villa Oliveto. So, yeah.
Well, I want one of the sea view rooms. Which one? The partial view, or that's in the, I think you want to be in the.
I think those are the best. I do. I really do. Yeah. So do the sea view, just the regular sea view versus the partial.
And
Three of those open.
Unfortunately, gonna wrap us up because there's a
Okay.
class that starts at 6.
All right. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Here.
Email me if you have any questions.
I know.
All
Feel
right.
free to email me.
Thank you.
Melissa, I'll see you, I'm gonna just